Hey friends, today is T-minus 20 days and counting. It's Wayne Polson and I am out at SM Heartland today. It is a beautiful day, beautiful Saturday morning. And I got a call from Frontier Power, the company that created the war zone up on our property. But listen, I just want to give a shout out to Kyle, the engineer who took care of us there, because even though it did look like a war zone, it's a blessing to us actually, because that's going to become our pasture for our horses and other animals out there. It's going to be a beautiful area when we're done with it. So Kyle, big shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for taking care of us as you did. And also I want to show you here, Kyle arranged to have some poles dropped off at our property. And we have a lot of uses for these actually. One of the things we want to do is we want to create basically a gate on the end of our driveway. The other purpose we have for these is to create a climbing wall up further on the property, maybe in the circle, maybe up by the cabin. We're not certain. But we can also use those as part of the corral for our pasture up there. So today what I'm going to do is get these poles moved onto our property. They're sitting out here just outside our gate. The idea behind this was I wanted these logs to be off the ground on the forward edge so it wasn't plowing my gravel as I was towing them, and I didn't want them to sway underneath my tires. I wanted to come up to the center line of the tractor, so I ran my chain through this clevis and then I used a 3-point hitch to lift these things up off the ground. There's probably a much better way to do that, folks, but that's the way my simple brain thinks. So there you have it. So I want to thank all of you who prayed for me Wednesday night, I believe it was, on my trip to the emergency room. Don't know what the problem is. Still have a lot of chest pain on my right hand side here, and it doesn't seem to be getting much better. Talked to my doctor yesterday. He's a real gracious man. He gave me his cell phone number, his personal number, so that I could call him after hours and talk to him about this deal. And so I call him, and the deal is he wants to do an MRI. It takes about 10 days to get that scheduled. We'll do an MRI of my spine, We want to see if there's like I don't know, maybe some inflammation or anything like that that might be going on. Maybe pinching a nerve, deformation of a disc or something like that. So we'll take a look at it. It's excruciating pain, folks. It's tough. But we're going to get some work done out here anyway. I think I can work through this. My doc says he wants to get me out of the tree business. It's not going to happen. So going to have to find some way around it. But thank you for your prayers. Also, I was consumed yesterday. My daughter, I have 4 daughters, and my second oldest daughter had to go in for a heart catheter. She's only 40 years old. She acquired COVID. She let that run its course. She was vaccinated eventually, and then she developed these symptoms. She developed pericarditis, which is inflammation of the pericardium, the sac that basically surrounds the heart and holds it in place in your chest. That became inflamed and was causing chest pain for her. She had an MRI of the heart done, and the report said that she also had PAH, which is pulmonary arterial hypertension. That's not a good thing. That carries with it a death sentence. So we were praying and hoping that yesterday's heart cath would reveal good news, and it did. It did confirm that she does have pericarditis, which is inflammation that will go away eventually. Not life-threatening. It's just painful. But folks, she does not have PAH. Thank you so much again for your thoughts and your prayers on that. So life is not back to normal yet, but we're trying to get there. So enough of me jib-jabbering here. I'm going to just turn on this machine behind me. We're going to get some work done. All right, I'll check in with you later. So Susie and I are going to head down to the 13-acre house, and we're going to check out, oh, sorry honey, we're going to check out the driveway situation down there.
It's a little rough walking here.
Yeah, this is the war zone. By the way, earlier before you got here, I put a shout out in the video to Frontier Power, to Kyle.
Oh, great.
For helping us out with the telephone poles or utility poles, and I also made a statement that even though he left us a war zone, it'll end up to our benefit because it'll become our pasture.
Yes. But right now it is still it's still a war zone for walking through, that's for sure. And looking at.
This way.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this is a bit treacherous walk through here.
Okay. This is a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we're still waiting for the property to become available for sale, I guess. I don't know, Susie, you know more about what's going on with
Well, she said maybe,
yeah.
like a while back, she said maybe 6 weeks, but I'm thinking it's going to be longer.
But why? Because
Just,
it's not because of all the stuff they have in the house yet, is it?
no, I don't think so. I think it's just legal stuff. Paper, I don't even know, paperwork that needs signed, and not by her. It's nothing they're doing from what I can figure. It's just the court system being the court system. But yeah, there is still quite a bit of stuff that needs out. But, oh wow. I mean, this seemed to have dried up pretty good.
Yeah, we had a little mud hole right through here that looks like it's doing pretty well right now.
Cold.
It is a little chilly. Sun is shining, but
When the breeze comes.
it's a little deceptive, sunshine. So this is nice too. All these big chunks of gravel or limestone came up to the top. So I think this is gonna pan out pretty well.
And I've been trying to figure out property markers. And I do know that this opening for the power line, the property is to the right of it, going down. So
Where is it?
to the right of this opening, it's down there. This opening right here for the power
Okay.
line is all on the property. The power line's on the property.
What's down there?
See that little building?
Yeah,
Like it's kind of a gray.
yeah.
That is where I'm guessing. I haven't found the mark
That
yet.
one right there.
But if you take, it looks like an old road bed down on the other side of this opening through the trees.
Yep.
And it ends up down by that shed. And there should be a pin down there, but I did not find it. And over here, I think it goes down over farther than I thought too, but I haven't walked clear over there.
You know, it looks like someone's been up here though since we were here. These aren't tractor tire tracks.
No, it might be the owner of the property over there.
Oh, you think?
If he was coming up to show it to somebody again.
That could be.
And it would help if you knew like where at it crossed the drive
Yeah.
and went that way. It might help me find the pin over there.
Well, I do have a pin dropped on Google Maps, I think, that tells us where that point is, and it's
So there's the second culvert. I'm guessing it's after it, correct?
yeah, it's not much after it. Do you see? Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much right here where this culvert is, from what I recall on my Google Maps. It was right after the curve. So we're about over it now. So I came over this driveway, when was it? Last weekend?
Yeah.
I came over this with the box blade, or box grader, or whatever you want to call that thing. And it did a pretty good job, I think.
It was still kind of wet though.
Yeah, it was pretty wet, but this is nice. It looks like it's actually got a nice layer of limestone now on the top. I'll have to come over it a few more times to get it right, but this corner here has gotten a lot better. And this is where Ian got stuck.
Down in there, yeah.
Yeah,
They slid right off.
yep, right in here. This was all ice. Just not even more than a month ago.
Yeah, this is kind of wet.
Yep.
Birds. I hear the birds singing. So my guess is this is Williams Road and it takes you to that shed.
Yeah, this is Williams Road right here. The old vacated Williams Road. Yeah, that's true, and it goes up to the right of those trees there, doesn't it? It's like that. Yeah, it goes straight through there
Yeah,
to that shed.
to the shed. And so that's where the pin should be, somewhere over there.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, here we are. We're at the
we are.
end of the drive now. This is
On the drive.
probably a quarter mile, isn't it?
I think from here to the house was 0.3, so yeah.
So, but we did find out that it's actually in decent shape right now. We used to have to drive, if I turn this around here a little bit, we used to have to drive on the grass over here on the right side of this driveway to get up there. So now it looks like we have a pretty good surface to drive on. We'll go over it a few more times and make it better. There's plenty of gravel in here though, so we have plenty to work with. At least here, when you get up around the curve into the forest,
Not so much.
yeah, it's more dirt than anything else. So what do you say? What do you want to do? Head back?
Guess we're gonna have to head back up.
Okay. Well, that's it. This is the end. I'm going to just end our video here for the day. We'll put this on SM Heartland Season 1, episode whatever's next. And this will be my T-minus 20 days and counting. Earlier, for some reason, I said T-minus 15 days in the very beginning. I don't know why I did that. I do crazy things sometimes, folks. Y'all be kind, love one another. All right, we'll see you next time.